Everyone says they want success, but very few are truly obsessed with achieving it. Are you one of them? Most people say they want to change their life, reach goals, build habits, wake up early, eat healthy, train, study, read, and improve. But how many actually do it? How many are truly obsessed with success? The truth is uncomfortable. Most people want the results without paying the price. They want the reward, but not the routine. They want the trophy, but not the training. Here's the difference that changes everything. Someone obsessed with discipline doesn't negotiate. They don't ask if they feel like it. They just do it. When you are truly obsessed with discipline, your mind stops making excuses and starts finding solutions. You don't wait for motivation. You act with determination. You don't follow your emotions. You train them. You don't ask, "What if I fail?" You ask, "What do I need to do to master this?" This message is for those tired of letting themselves down. For those ready to stop trying and start committing. Stop wishing. Start being obsessed with discipline. Only then will your life truly change. Understand this. Discipline is your secret weapon. Most people chase success hoping for an easy path. No effort, no pain, no sacrifice. But true winners know something the rest ignore. Discipline is the shortest long path. It's the real shortcut. Once you understand that, everything in life starts to make sense. Discipline is not a prison. Discipline is freedom. Sounds strange, right? But think about it. An undisciplined person is a slave to impulses, laziness, fear, instant pleasure, and "I don't feel like it." A disciplined person is free. Free because they don't need motivation. Free because they don't fear routine. Free because they don't depend on feelings to move forward. When you become obsessed with discipline, you're not giving up fun or happiness. You're giving up chaos. You're choosing order, structure, clarity, purpose. You're choosing results. Discipline is pure power. With it, you can take any dream, no matter how impossible it seems, turn it into a plan, then a goal, then your new reality. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need luck. You just need consistency, determination, and loyalty to yourself. That is daily discipline. Every time you act when you don't feel like it. Every time you follow your routine despite excuses. Every time you do the right thing even if no one sees it, you build something incredible. Self-respect. Self-respect becomes an inner force, a force that lifts you when you fail, a force that drives you when you want to quit, a force that reminds you, "I am not like the others. I have discipline." And it shows in your energy, words, attitude, and results. Discipline isn't something you do one day and skip the next. It's a daily choice, even when it's hard, even when no one demands it. Because the life you dream of doesn't depend on luck or talent. It depends on your ability to do what you must every day with or without motivation. Discipline is your secret weapon. It doesn't shine like charisma or talent. But while others burn out trying to shine fast, you become someone impossible to ignore. A person with discipline can build any destiny. Make discipline your new identity. The reason many people fail is not because they don't have goals. It's because they see discipline as something external, like a task, an obligation, something they have to do. But here's the game changer. Discipline is not something you do, it's something you are. When you become obsessed with discipline, you stop saying, "I will try to be disciplined." You start saying, "I am a disciplined person. I am the kind of person who follows through. I do what I said I would do, no matter how I feel." See the difference? You're not acting disciplined. You are becoming disciplined, and that changes everything because your identity guides your decisions. If you see yourself as lazy, weak, or lacking willpower, you will keep acting that way even if you try to change. But if you change your internal story, if you start seeing yourself as someone who keeps their word, someone committed to progress, everything else aligns. Discipline is not just what you do when you wake up. It's what you choose to be every day. So ask yourself, who am I when no one is watching? Am I my word or just my excuses? Make your new identity so strong, so clear, so firm that acting with discipline is as natural as breathing. Obsess over your routine. Every habit counts. People overestimate big decisions and underestimate small ones. But real power is in the everyday, in the routine, in what you do when no one applauds. Your daily routine is your future reality. Want to know what your life will look like in 6 months? Look at your routine today. Want to know if you will reach your goal? Look at what you do each morning. And here's where obsession comes in. If you want extraordinary results, you need a routine that matches, a routine that is non-negotiable, not something you do if you can, but something you do because you must. Want to read more? Schedule it. Want to get in shape? Treat it like a meeting with yourself. Want to build a business? Dedicate hours as if it's already paying you. Create a routine so disciplined that your emotions no longer have a vote. Here's the secret. It's not about doing a lot. It's about doing the same things over and over until you can't fail. Every small habit, waking up early, working out, studying, planning, is a declaration of war against your lazy self. Every disciplined action is another brick in the empire you are building. So obsess over your routine. Make it strong, make it unshakable, so even on your worst days, it still works. Eliminate distractions like your life depends on it, because it does. Discipline is built with focus. Focus is destroyed by distractions. You can have the clearest goal, the brightest plan, the best intentions, but if your attention is divided, if your environment is full of interruptions, if your mind has no space to concentrate, you will fail. Not for lack of talent, not for lack of ability, but because of noise. Distraction is the silent killer of dreams. It steals minutes, energy, vision, and before you know it, you have no strength or clarity to keep going. Ask yourself, how much control do you have over your environment? Are you the master of your decisions or a slave to them? Here's the truth. You don't need more time. You need fewer distractions. Many say they don't have time for their goals, yet have hours for TV, social media, and meaningless talk. A disciplined person doesn't allow it. They protect their mind like an athlete protects their body. No junk, no wasted energy. They remove what's unnecessary like they are at war, because they are. You are at war against your lazy self, the version that settles, that gets distracted, that makes excuses. Your weapons are clear: silence and focus. Clean your environment. Silence people who don't add value. Create spaces where you can work like a true warrior. You're not being cruel, you're being loyal to your vision. Not cold, but strategic. The world is full of distractions designed to steal your attention. You cannot compete unless you take control. If you don't set boundaries, the world drags you and discipline fades. From today, repeat it like a mantra. Nothing enters my mind without permission. Nothing enters my schedule without purpose. Every time you say no to a distraction, you are saying yes to your best self. Reward yourself, but only after the sacrifice. A disciplined mind is not about living like a robot. It's about understanding a powerful truth. First you sow, then you reap. The problem is many want the reward before the effort. They want rest without work, celebration without action. But when you are truly obsessed with discipline, you learn to earn it. Yes, you can reward yourself. Yes, you can enjoy, but only after keeping your word with yourself. Every time you wake up early, even when you don't feel like it, you earn self-respect. Every time you resist temptation, you build your self-esteem. And that respect, that confidence, is worth more than any instant reward. Because the real reward isn't junk food after the gym or magazines after studying. The real reward is looking in the mirror and saying, I did it today. I am who I said I would be. And that, my friend, has no price. So yes, reward yourself, but make sure your rest is earned, that your reward comes as a result, not as an excuse. Make every victory count, because it came after commitment. And when you become obsessed with discipline, your favorite reward becomes your progress. Visualize your disciplined future until it becomes inevitable. Every great change begins in the mind. If you can't see it, you can't live it. And when you are obsessed with discipline, you don't leave your future to chance. You design it. Close your eyes and imagine yourself every morning following your routine perfectly. Imagine achieving your goals with the certainty of someone who already did. Feel what it would be like to live with energy, pride, and absolute focus. Visualize your life, and acting with discipline becomes as natural as breathing. Here's the key. What you repeatedly visualize, your brain starts to accept as reality. And if you repeat that vision with force, emotion, and clarity, sooner or later, you will act accordingly. You're not dreaming, you're programming, installing a new identity, reminding yourself every day who you want to be until you become it. When you visualize intentionally, your mind starts to choose differently. The one who sees themselves strong chooses to train. The one who sees themselves disciplined chooses to follow through. The one who sees themselves successful chooses to act like it. It's not magic, it's focus, conviction, a daily decision to see your best version until it's impossible not to become it. So repeat it to yourself every morning. I am that person. I am discipline. I am focus. I am results. Let every day be another step toward that vision that already lives inside you. Don't stop until discipline becomes your way of life. Imagine this for a moment. It's early morning, no applause, no cameras, no one is watching, just you and one choice. The same choice that has forged champions, leaders, visionaries, ordinary people who decided to become extraordinary. The choice, get up or give up. In that seemingly insignificant moment, your destiny is defined. Because success doesn't come in grand, glorious moments. It comes in the small decisions you make when no one is watching. It comes when, even tired, you choose to move forward. When, even broken inside, you choose to stay standing. When, even afraid, you choose to obey your vision and not your emotions. And that, my friend, is unbreakable discipline. When discipline becomes your way of life, you no longer wait for life to give you something. You go out and build it brick by brick, day by day. While others complain, you act. While others procrastinate, you execute. While others rest, you sow. While others doubt, you train. Because you learned something the modern world forgets. Life gives you exactly what you are willing to work for. No more, no less. And that truth, so simple and so harsh, is the beginning of freedom. You no longer blame the world, the past, or your circumstances. You take control, becoming the author of your story. Discipline isn't comfortable. It isn't popular. But it gives something far better: dignity, inner peace, mental strength, and a life where you can look back and say, I did it, I built it, I achieved it, because I never gave up. Yes, there will be dark days, days you want to quit, days nothing makes sense. But when that happens, remember this: you didn't start this path because of emotion, you started it by decision. You're not in this for quick results. You're in this because you got tired of living a half life. You don't continue because it's easy, you continue because it's necessary. So don't stop, don't look back, don't negotiate with weakness, don't give space to excuses. Make discipline your personal religion, your philosophy, your shield, your pride. Make every day your mind wakes up with one intention. Today I follow through, today I advance, today I surpass myself. And when the results come, and they will, you will look back and understand that every sacrifice was worth it. Worth saying no, worth sleeping less, worth training, reading, studying, resisting, building, focusing. You didn't get here by accident. You got here because you were willing to pay the price. And now the world must adapt to you, to your energy, your discipline, your standard. If this flame has been lit inside you, don't put it out. Protect it, nurture it, make it grow, make it burn. Don't stop until discipline becomes your nature, until your name is synonymous with commitment, until your story inspires others to rise too. Because your best version isn't out there. It's inside you, waiting for you to awaken it. And only discipline has the key. Do it for yourself. Do it for your future. Do it because you will no longer accept less than you deserve. Do it until it becomes inevitable.